Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Naomi, and today I have a really simple yoga practice for your core. In fact, I'm calling it Core on the Floor because you're just going to do a few really simple, really effective, and satisfying core exercises on your back, right? So you don't have to stand, you don't have to do plank, you don't have to put any weight in your arms. It's you and the floor, and that is all you need. Okay, now I've laid out a blanket because I'm out here on concrete and it's a little unforgiving, but other than that, you shouldn't need any props whatsoever. Let's get started. Okay, so come onto your back, please. Okay, come onto your back. And I just want to start by warming up your hips just a tiny bit. Okay, so knees bent a little bit wider than your hips, maybe as wide apart as your mat if you're using one. Because you could do this without a mat because you're on your back, right? You could do this on the carpet. You could do this in your kitchen, although I would recommend a mat in your kitchen. Anyway, getting off topic. Knees as wide apart as your mat if you're using them, a little bit wider than your hips if you're not. Drop your knees over to the left, just let them fall. This is just like windshield wipers, only very, very slow. Okay, lift your knees back up and drop them over to the right. So this is not a twist. Okay, lift your knees back up, take them over to the left so your knees are wide. They're not together. But now, keeping your left knee down, I want you to take your right knee over towards your left knee, circle it up, all the way around to the right, and then forward again. Over towards your left knee, circle it up, over to the right, and then to the left again. Just 2 more times. And you might feel or hear some interesting movement. That's okay. Okay, 1 more time. This is 5. That's okay. And then take your right foot down, lower your knees to the right, same jam. Left knee goes over to the right, knee goes up, over to the left, and then through again. And you might notice as you do these circles that one leg makes more noise than the other. It might be the same. 1 more time with that circle. And then come on back to center. Okay, feet hip-width apart. And then all you're going to do is place your hands on your thighs and push. I know, revolutionary stuff. But really, seriously, push your hands into your thighs. Now, when you do that, you're going to feel the middle of your back and maybe even your low back flatten into the floor. If you feel your low back flattening into the floor, I want you to arch your low back just a little, but still encourage the middle of your back to go down. Okay, I know that's tricky. So you're not trying to overtuck your pelvis or flatten your low back. You want the middle of your back to move down. Now you might feel it a little bit more easily once you lift your feet up. So press your hands into the base of your thighs, push hard, and just notice that your abdominal muscles are probably starting to wake up if they weren't already. Okay, just push. This is it. Like already I'm shaking. You might not be able to hear it in my voice, but I can. But if you're laughing with me right now, then you have come to the right place, my friend. Okay, place your feet down, relax your arms. Just wiggle for a sec. Okay, now like I said, it seems like not a lot, but that pressure, that pushing forward, that resistance, particularly when your legs are up, that creates a container for your core, right? So your pelvis is a little bit more neutral. Okay, your shoulders are on the ground. That helps keep your ribs back and down, and it just allows your core muscles to work together in harmony, right? As opposed to sometimes when you're standing and your ribs want to arch forward, or when you're in plank pose and your belly wants to drop forward. Here, gravity's on your side. Yay! Okay, so lift your feet up again. So your shins are parallel to the floor, knees just above your hips, maybe slightly forward. Press your hands into the base of your thighs. And then just tap your right heel down and lift back up and push your right hand into your thigh again. Keep that. Tap your left heel down, lift back up. Right heel down, lift back up. Left heel down, lift back up. Right heel down, keep pushing, back up. Left heel down, back up. Right heel down, back up. Left heel down, back up. Last time, right heel down, back up. Left heel down, back up, push 1 more time, and then feet down. Whew. I know, it's not a lot, but actually it's a lot. Right? It's not a lot. but it is. Okay, so you don't necessarily need to do a ton of crunches or, sit-ups or anything like that. You can engage your core lying on your back, pushing into your knees, and call it amazing. Okay, so let's add to this a little bit. Now that you've rested, for a whole 30 seconds, lift your feet up so your shins are parallel to the floor, knees just over your hips, hands on your thighs, push. Okay, now you're just gonna enhance it a little bit. So instead of tapping your heel down, see if you can extend your right leg, right arm overhead, and then bring it back in and push. Right hand into the right knee. Extend your left leg out, left arm overhead, bring it back in and push. It's like a magnet. Extend your right leg out, right arm out, bring it back in, push. Left leg out, left arm out, bring it back in, push. Right leg out, right arm out, bring it back in, push, make that contact. Left leg out, left arm out, bring it back in, push. Right leg out, right arm out, bring it back in, push. Left leg out, left arm out, bring it back in. One more time. Right leg out, arm out, bring it back in. Left leg out, arm out, bring it back in, push for one more breath, and then, oh my God, let it go. This is real. I'm not making this up. I generally feel like my core is fairly strong, but every time. This one gets me every time. Every single time. Whew. And just take a moment, a few breaths. Feel those muscles working. And remember, while you're taking the break, if it feels like too much to extend your legs straight out, okay, you can always just do the tap and bring in, do the tap and bring in. So you can extend your arm and tap your leg if extending your arm and extending your leg is too much. Okay? So we're going to do one more, and then we're going to roll through the whole thing again really quickly, and then call it a day. Okay, so now extend your legs straight up. Now, if this feels like too much, go ahead and bend your knees again, and you can do the same push and extend as we did before. Otherwise, legs straight, push your hands into your thighs, and as you push your left hand into your left leg, lower your right leg down, right arm overhead, bring it back in and push. Left leg down, left arm overhead, bring it back in and push. Right leg down, arm overhead, bring it back in. Left leg down, left arm overhead, bring it back in. Right leg down, arm overhead, bring it back in. Left leg down, arm overhead, bring it back in. Two more. Right leg down, arm overhead, back in. Left leg down, arm overhead, back in. Last time, right leg, back in, push. Left arm, back in, push. Bend your knees, feet down. Whew. Okay? So if you feel like your legs straight up is too much, remember, knees bent is just fine. You're going to get the same thing. You really, really are. So don't feel like you're selling yourself short or like you're not doing enough. No, you're getting the same. It's all good. Okay, but let's roll through the whole thing one more time. Okay, so feet up, shins parallel, and just the taps. Push your hands into your thighs. Keep the pressure on the leg that's not tapping. This is key. Okay, so tap, right leg down, back up. Left leg down, back up. Your hands don't move. Right leg down, back up. Left heel down, back up. Right heel down, back up. Left heel down and up. Right heel down, up. Left heel down, up. Right heel down, up. Left heel down, up. Put your feet down. Pause. Because we're going to jump right into the extensions. We're going to just jump right in. Give your butt a little wiggle because it feels good to wiggle, and then lift your feet. Hands on your shins. This is the full extension with your knees bent. Keep the pressure on the leg that's not extending. Okay, so right leg out, arm overhead, bring it back in. Left leg out, arm overhead, bring it back in. Right leg out, arm overhead, bring it in. Left leg out, arm overhead, bring it in. Right leg out, bring it in. Left leg out, bring it in. Last one, right leg out, bring it in. Left leg out, bring it in, and then put your feet down. Wiggle that butt. We only have one more, and then we're done. We are done with this forever. No, not forever. Hopefully you'll do this again and again and again and again, and you'll feel even stronger at it every single time because Repetition is beneficial that way, okay? Legs up or knees bent. If you need to keep your knees bent, do it. Hands on your thighs. Whew, let's go. All right, push. Left hand into left leg. Extend right leg down. Lift it back up. Left leg and left arm. Back up. Right leg, right arm. Back up. Left leg, left arm. Back up. Right leg, right arm. Back up. Left leg, left arm. Back up. Right leg, right arm. Back up. Left leg, left arm. Back up. Last one. Right leg, right arm. Back up. Left leg, left arm. Back up. Whew, feet down. Feet as wide apart as your mat. Oh, let's do that. Windshield wiper situation again. Drop your knees to the left. You don't have to do the hip circle. Just drop them. And then bring your knees back up. Drop them to the right. Just let them fall. Oh, mama. That's some serious stuff. Whew. So good. And then roll to your side. Push yourself up. Oh. Hello, core muscles. How's it going? I know, it's it's real. It's very, very real what's happening right now. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope that you and your abdominal muscles really enjoyed this. Mine definitely did. We both need to go get some water and like stretch out maybe a little bit more, but for the most part, I feel pretty energized and really strong, okay? Hopefully you do too. Let me know what you think of this particular core on the floor practice in the comments below, and I hope to see you on the mat for more really fun core flavored adventures and so much more, okay? So until next time, enjoy this core work, and I look forward to seeing you back here again. Until then, bye.